Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to more Metroid 2 Remake. Here on the Heavy Bissex channel, last time, we completed the stuff that was in the Hydro Station, amongst glitches, and we've arrived back at the Golden Temple, because there's at least one area that's left to do, and that is rough, and that is, surprisingly, involves distribution football physics, and it's basically a sort of a reward, or basically, this is a throwback to one of the more challenging puzzles in this series, and basically gives something for what many people call them Shine Spark puzzles, which is sort of like a reference back to Zero Mission, Fusion, or something like that. Anyway, you have to do is there was that there, but in order to get that, we gotta get the football that's football that's in top of the chambers. See that? The top of the chambers? Gotta get that all the way down there without effectively going through the hole, without going through any of the holes. If it does, for some stupid reason, it counts as an out, and it'll have to redo it again. The puzzle is getting the stupid ball to go down the bloody thing, but it could be easy, it could be hard, I just got lucky, it could be any of these things, and we're going through here now. So yeah, this is basically a remnant of the past. So here, what we're likely to do is, well, you know, we could do this, actually, to be honest, I mean, look. This entire thing is what we like to call... This thing is a reference back to Fusion. Essentially, this thing is what we like to call not only speed ramps, but also what I like to call Shine Spark bits. This whole room is a throwback to Fusion's entirety. Is a Metroid Fusion throwback. And essentially what they did is that Nintendo years ago created a lot of hard puzzles involving the speed boost and the shine spark. There are two kinds of shine sparks most people don't probably know about. Your traditional shine spark, where you basically charge up, create a charge, then make a run for it. But then if you run up against a ledge, you can technically store another charge. This is actually what is an advanced technique, but another advanced technique, as it were. Basically, it combines the Shine Spark, and if you do it in Mothball Bomb, it basically allows you to do competitiveness. So yeah, as you see there, this is one very hard Shine Spark puzzle. So you have to do is charge up the right time, get up the boost, Shine Spark again, go down the limit, and when you get the right level, you Shine Spark onto the ramp, a small ledge. You go get a Shine Spark there. You spin jump all the way up, because spin jumping does not screw attacking does not do the Shine Spark instead, which is obviously it's just one very advanced technique. Oh yeah, this was a puzzle. It's a puzzle first of all. It's easy if you do that, because it gets really difficult. There are rewards. This is just one very big puzzle. You see here, this is one all chambers. So you can, however, get rid of the you can get rid of the screw attack, which actually makes things a little easier. And you can turn power-ups off, aka Super Metroid. Do that. It just takes a while to get this consistency right, and then you just have to like jump all the way up there, and then run all the way across to the left. The good news is you don't have to do that anymore, because now we can go put the screw attack back on, discover that is actually a power bomb block, which is kind of dickish, to be honest. And it gives you the basic. Now, we gotta learn how to Shine Spark in ball form. This is another very advanced technique. Very advanced for those out there. Essentially, it's just treats the same as it was in ball form. You get the right inconsistency, you go across it as the morph ball, go straight down through that, and then you go through the Shine Spark. I believe there is more full-based puzzles based on this one. I know there was a puzzle back in Fusion where it required such bullshit. Well, these were the final legs of it, so now all we just gotta do is just run all the way over there, and then we'll just get our reward, which is going to be more super missiles. Indeed, more super missiles, but now we gotta get out of here. Simple, really. Charge up another Shine Spark, get that ready, and go up, essentially. That's really it for the Chozo Temple, or the ancient Chozo Temple, or as it's called, the Golden Ruins. That's really about it for this area. Everything's done, so now I believe we can just head back to the distribution center. Because I think there's at least some more platforming that we have to do, or as we can now start going through the aquatics bit. I think this is the last of it. I'm going to have to look at the footage, but I'm pretty sure this is the last of the big footage. So now that we're back down here, we've covered all the previous areas. This one's next. And here we are again at the factory. Now, speaking of very hard and very devious puzzles, there was a power bomb door back at the top of the factory, if I remember rightly. We didn't go to previously because it was really difficult. Now, that, ladies and gentlemen, is what we call another puzzle. And this is another devious little bitch. Just gotta save our progress from last time, but I'm pretty sure we can get this one out of the way. I think I was just gonna call this Advanced Techniques, if this thing keeps up, as it were. Here we are. Now, there's a door right there on the top right. You go here. How this is gonna work is gonna be tricky. You have to open the door, charge up a Shine Spark, and then when you do, jump down, go through the door. It is difficult as nails to get this right. You have to when you get inside, you have to charge the, when you have to get inside, you have to charge that, you gotta do another Shine Spark boost. You got that distance. You gotta run across there. You gotta do another charger, and then you just gotta run all the way back. It is another difficult puzzle. Jesus, is it hard? Don't know why he had to put this in as a difficulty, but I'm guessing this is just, you know, your reference to trickier puzzles, as it were. Just charge up here, go up to there, get this one right. And then charge up all the way to the right. And then go for the speed bump and get the power bomb tanks. There we go. That should do it. So that basically is the last of the collecting of this area. We pretty much covered a good chunk of SR 388. So the only things left now are the very few items that stand between us and the final area. Not too bad. The percentage is going up. I think I'll get this done completely in about 3 hours. I think people could actually beat this in you could actually beat this in 3 hours. It is traditional Super Metroid fare to beat things under 3 hours. I know I beat Fusion in 3, beaten other stuff in 3. You don't want that to happen. Anyway, oh yeah, there's like stuff over here. It's just the last of the doors. Just remembered. Thanks for reminding me. Anyway, couple of bits to remember. You gotta go through that door up there, but there's one final block. It's not too bad. It's just one final block. Now we gotta involve this. Physics using super missiles. It's such a pain. And yeah, as you can see there, it can get stuck. And if it gets stuck, you're kind of fucked. So you have no choice but to detonate the damn thing and take the hit. Which is good, because now you could what you should have done, and this is actually one easy one, is to just bomb the blocks, use super missiles to force the missile away, and then keep going until it powers up the door, which is down there. Open the door like so, and you get more power bombs. That's pretty good. I think that is going to have to wrap shit up for now. So, yeah, essentially we got, we're heading back to the save point here. And next time on Metroid 2, I think it's about time we explore the rest of the facility and catch up with all the rest of those Metroids. Laters.